Hello class. This video is for those students that were not in class during this lesson, or for those students that were in class but want extra work or extra help. So today's lesson is factoring quadratic expressions. The objective of this lesson is to understand how to properly factor a quadratic expression. The lesson plan today, we're going to begin with a warm-up with some simple problems just to warm up the mind. We're going to move on to some key points and examples involving quadratic expressions and how to factor. Then I'm going to display a worksheet that was given out during class. I encourage you guys to work on this worksheet, complete it, and get it into me however you can. And then we're going to end the day with the exit slip where I display a problem on the screen. You just solve it quickly and then turn that to me before you end the day. So moving forward, we're going to begin with our warm-up. Feel free to pause the video right here and solve these problems quickly, and then we'll go on from there. Assuming that you pause the video and you have your solutions, we're going to go over these problems. So beginning with number 1, we have 2 times 3x plus y. So we will simply distribute the 2 as we have learned. So 2 times 3 is 6, and then the x just follows, and then 2 times y plus 2y. And that's our solution right there. Easy. Number 2, we have 5 times 2x squared plus y plus 2y. So same thing, we're going to begin with distributing the 5. So we have 5 times 2 is 10. The x squared just follows. 5 times y is a positive 5y plus 2y. Now notice we have like terms right here. So our final solution is going to look like 10x squared plus 7y. Since 5 plus 2 is 7, and they both have y at the end, 5y plus 2y equals 7y. So that is our final answer. Number 3, same idea. We're going to begin by distributing the 3x. So we have 3x times 2y. 3 times 2 is 6. X times y is simply xy, so that just follows. And then we have 3 times a negative 3, or excuse me, 3x times a negative 3x. So 3 times a negative 3 is a negative 9, so minus 9. And then we have x times x, which is x squared. And then we have our plus 2xy. Now notice again we have like terms. So our final answer will look like a negative 9x squared plus 8xy. And I put the highest exponent in the front. That's just what I do. You can keep it as 8xy minus 9x squared. Either way works. But this will be our final answer for number 3. Good? Alright, so clearing this up, moving on. We're going to go to our key points. So a quadratic is a polynomial expression that looks like ax squared plus bx plus c, where b and c could be 0. To factor this, we will need to find 2 numbers that will multiply to equal the constant term c, and will also add up to equal the constant term b. So recall the 2 binomial expressions, x plus p and x plus q. So previously we learned that multiplying these 2 binomials, we have FOIL. So x times x is x squared, and then x times q is a positive qx, and then we go p times x, which is a positive p times x, and then for that, p times q gives us positive pq. Now if we simplify this, or simply factor out the x, we get x squared plus q plus p x, because they both have x right here, so we could factor that out. plus PQ. So there's a unknown right here. In front of this x squared, we'll just put a number 1, but that will be our A right here. This becomes our A. This Q plus P, let me change the color up a little bit. This Q plus P becomes our B, and this PQ becomes our C. So then we get the form AX squared plus BX plus C. So when we factor, it's going to look like, let me clear this up. So when we factor, it's going to look like something like this as the two binomials that we worked with. So that's what it's going to look like. Okay? So moving forward, we got some examples. So right here, I encourage you guys to pause the video, work on solving these solutions. Now remember, you want to get it in the form of x plus a number, and remember that number could be negative, and then x plus another number. Okay, so pause the video and then we'll go over these expressions. All right, assuming that you pause the video, we're going to now go over these 3 examples. So we need a number P and Q. So assume we have numbers P and let me erase this real quick. Numbers P and Q. Okay. So what numbers P and Q add up to 5 and P times Q equals 6? So we have 1 times 6 equals 6, and 3 times 2 equals 6. And then 1 plus 6 equals 7, and 3 plus 2 equals 5. So we have our 6 and our 5. 6 and 5. Perfect. So now we know it's 3 and 2. So we will go x plus 2, x plus 3. Now let's see if this works. So if we go x squared, or x times x, we get x squared, and we get plus 3x, and then plus 2x, and 2 times 3 is a plus 6, gives us x squared plus 5x plus 6. So that's exactly what we wanted. So our solution is x plus 2, x plus 3. Good. All right, moving on to the next one. We have x squared plus 7x plus 6. So same idea. We have what factors multiplied equals 6. We have 1 times 6 equals 6, and we have 3 times 2 equals 6. And now which of these added up equal to 7? For example, we have 1 plus 6 equals 7, and we have 3 plus 2 equals 5. So we have 7, 6, and then we have 7, 6. So 1 and 6 are most likely going to be the terms that we are looking for. So we have x plus a number times x plus a number. Let's try 1 and 6. Now obviously we want to make sure this is correct, so we're going to FOIL it out. X times x is x squared. X times 6 is a positive 6x. 1 times x is 1x. You don't have to put that 1 there, but I just put it there because for the purpose of the example. And then we have 1 times 6 is 6. And then simplifying, combining like terms, we have x squared plus 7x plus 6, which is exactly what we wanted. Therefore, our final answer is x plus 1, x plus 6. So that'll be our final answer, factoring for number 2. All right, so moving to number 3. We have x squared plus x minus 6. Same idea, but notice that it's a negative 6 now. So we have what two numbers multiply together equal negative 6? We have a negative 1 and 6. We have a 1, negative 6. And then notice that, and then we have a 3, negative 2, and a negative 3, 2. So these are our options for getting a negative 6. But notice that the x in the middle is a positive 1 in front of that. Positive 1. So which of these would give us a positive 1? Well, 6 minus 1 is 5. Negative 6, or 1 minus 6 is a negative 5. So these aren't going to help us. 3 minus 2 equals 1. Negative 3, or 2 minus 3 equals negative 1. But we need a positive 1, so this one's not going to help us. So this one looks like our best bet. Let's see if it works. So we have x plus a number, x minus a number, because we have 3 and negative 2. So x plus 3, x minus 2. All right. So now, gotta see if it works. We're going to FOIL it out. X times x, x squared. X times a negative 2 is a negative 2x. 3 times x is a positive 3x. And 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Now simplifying, we have x squared. Negative 2x plus 3x is simply x, where there is a 1 right there, minus 6. And that's exactly what we're looking for. So our final answer is x plus 3, x minus 2. Good. All right. So moving forward, this right here is the worksheet that was given out during class. I encourage you guys to work on it. Take your time. Some are going to be difficult than others, and then just get this into me however you can. You could print it from the website, or you can just copy these answers from this presentation and write them on a piece of paper and then turn them in that way. Lastly, before we end today's lesson, here is an exit slip, which I encourage you guys to do before leaving today or before you stop this video. See if you can figure this out. There's a little curveball on there. Instead of having a 1 in front of the x squared, we have a 2. So see if you can work this one out. Get this to me as soon as you can. And again, if you guys need help, feel free to contact me, send me an email. But yep, other than that, I believe we are done with the lesson for today. Hope you guys picked up what we missed, or picked up what you guys missed from not being in class, or you just got some extra work. So if you have any questions, send me an email. If not, have a great rest of your day.